Gavin Newsom's in-laws. This is the mother and father-in-law of Gavin Newsom. They donated $5,000 to Ron DeSantis. That's funny because Gavin Newsom, if you've been wondering, why is Gavin Newsom so angry at Ron DeSantis? It's clearly because his own in-laws think that Ron DeSantis has done a better job of being governor than he has. But not only did they donate reportedly $5,000 to Ron DeSantis, Gavin Newsom's in-laws also moved to the state of Florida. So if you're out there and you're in California and you're like, I hate every decision that Gavin Newsom is making because it's not supported statistically by science at all. First of all, you're right. Everything that Gavin Newsom did was wrong compared to Ron DeSantis. How about the mother and father-in-law, the grandparents of Gavin Newsom's own kids, moved from California to Florida because they were so fed up with how their son-in-law was managing COVID. That's perfect, and it helps to explain why Gavin Newsom has been so triggered by Ron DeSantis, because deep down in his heart, he has to be smart enough to look at the data and realize that everything he did in California was for naught, and that what he should have done was everything that Ron DeSantis did, which is keep kids in school and ensure that they don't miss schooling. Data came out, and I want to read this to all of you because I think it's so significant and it'll get buried otherwise. But data is now out that test results show the pandemic's effect on U.S. students. Notice what they're trying to say, the pandemic's effect. It's not the pandemic's effect. It's the effect of choosing to shut down schools, listening to blue state governors, blue state mayors, blue state congressmen and senators, and also listening to the teachers' unions. The math and reading scores of 9-year-olds dropped steeply, erasing 2 decades of progress. Democrats were wrong on everything surrounding COVID, all of it. 2 months from now has to be a reckoning on their futility as it pertains to COVID. It must, 100% must be the case that they are held accountable for what they did to our kids and for the fact that they still want people walking around to have masks on because they got it all wrong. A couple of more details. Math scores fell for the first time in the history going back to the 1970s. And it hit all regions of the country and affected students of all races with, no surprise here, students of color seeing some of the steepest decreases. They failed.